From where the news comes first, this is News Channel 2 at 11.
Tonight, when officials plan to introduce the new leader of the Boilermaker, a news conference is planned. Also tonight, a section of Route 233 is now back open, and we have new information about the crash.
Do you have a child in the school?
Not five of you at one time.
Do you have a student in the school? Because we do.
And security is a major concern at a Town of Webb Board of Education meeting regarding a change in the school's building access. Good evening at 11 o'clock. I'm Don Shipman. The Town of Webb superintendent is proposing a project to relocate grades 3 through 5 of the school, thus opening their wing to outside organizations. But at tonight's board meeting, many parents expressed disdain for moving the kids closer to older students and allowing non-students into the school. News Channel 2's Audrey Russo has more now on their concerns.
Elementary population at this point is 18 and under in the elementary per class.
Town of Webb school officials say declining student numbers and an excess of building space would better serve both kids and the town population as a home for senior programs and community organizations like SHARP.
Having an intergenerational facility, because their process of thought was, you can use that population potentially as surrogate grandparents.
But in a time when many schools are sealing out and locking up, district parents feel their administration is doing the opposite.
I would anticipate struggling with having my small child around strangers, potentially mixing with strangers that I don't know.
Behind me is the hallway in question. This 5th grade classroom and the 3rd and 4th to my left would be moved to another floor. School officials say this set of doors and the other set at the end of the hallway would be locked to keep people from getting into the rest of the school. But some parents say it still isn't enough.
Why you're allowing someone in the school after what we've seen go across this country.
Another parent and educator feels the district has been sending mixed messages.
Whom only a few years ago was looking to build a new, larger school on North Street. Suddenly now we have ample room for a senior center.
The only message school officials say they're trying to get across to parents is that nothing is a done deal yet.
An idea that is subject to change, and I would hope that this group would give us the necessary feedback to make it better.
In the Town of Webb, Audrey Russo, News Channel 2.
Sequoia Valley school administrators investigated 2 potential threats last week, and they determined at no time were the school or anyone in it at any time in any danger. Some parents were upset, though, that they weren't informed until yesterday. The superintendent says in the future he's willing to try to release some information to parents immediately.
And we understand we're going to be in the crosshairs from time to time on, well, if we just had a little bit of information, that would have been suffice to just say maybe you were looking into something. And I don't necessarily disagree with that. There could be some level perhaps that we can look at, take into consideration in the future.
Some parents who didn't want to appear on camera say that they're going to the school board meeting that's happening tomorrow and trying to get other parents who have similar concerns to go as well. That board meeting begins at 7 p.m. tomorrow. Also happening tomorrow, Boilermaker officials are set to announce who will lead that organization. Tim Reed, the current president of the Boilermaker, announced last year, just after the race, that he would be retiring. Since then, they've conducted a nationwide search. We've learned, though, that the new president is local. That person's name and that person will be introduced tomorrow at a news conference. That begins at 11 a.m. The Boilermaker Road Race, meantime, is officially sold out. Boilermaker.com says the race is closed. Now, this year, there were 14,500 bibs for the 15K, 4,500 for the 5K. This is the second largest race since the 40th anniversary, which was last year. But officials say that there's still a chance to sign up.
I have 9 bibs available for 2 charities. Those charities are the Stanley Theater and Young Scholars over at Utica College. And in order to do this, you have to raise $500, and 100% of that money goes right back to that particular charity. And then you can claim your bib at the expo.
And you can find all the sign-up information at our website at WKTV.com. Getting a first look now at your forecast at 11, and meteorologist Reed Kisselback filling in for Bill this evening.
Still looking at a little bit of some scattered showers right now, but the good news is we are on the back end of it, so not too much longer. A live look at our Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, confirming that we still have, over the last 3 hours, a little bit of some rain that just worked its way through Hamilton County. Now it's working its way out of Fulton and Montgomery County, and other than that, maybe an isolated shower or two popping up only for a little bit in Oneida County. Temperature outside at Griffith Airport, 54 degrees. 3-mile-an-hour wind, so a lot better than what we were dealing with during the day. A quick look at your fish and game forecast for tomorrow. Things are looking fair. And as we take a look at your weather headlines for tonight, most places are going to be staying mostly cloudy. However, our pattern of unsettled weather continues for overnight tonight and for parts of tomorrow as well. But we are still looking at a pleasant end to the work week. For tonight, we're looking at a low of around 48 degrees, some scattered showers in some spots, but most areas looking mostly cloudy, with some areas of patchy fog. And we'll have a look at when exactly we'll see the end of the rain coming up in just a little bit. Don?
Okay, happening now, this road is back open. A section of Route 233 that was closed all day just opened back up about 30 minutes ago. Crews spent the day and the evening cleaning up after a dump truck crashed into a car. It happened between Norton Ave and College Hill Road. The Kirkland Town Police released details this evening on the crash. They're saying that Janelle Perry was pulling out of a driveway when she pulled in front of the dump truck. The dump truck then struck Perry's car. Then the truck lost control and traveled off the shoulder off of the roadway and destroyed the guide rail and a utility pole. Police say that Perry was ticketed for failing to yield the right of way. DOT officials say that the dump truck had stones in it and that went all over the road. That had to be cleaned. This all happened right around 8 o'clock. And the guide rails were fixed, the utility pole fixed. Police say non-life-threatening injuries for Perry. And again, this section of Route 233 is back open. It opened up just about 10:30 this evening. One woman is injured after she crashed her car into the former Radisson Hotel in downtown Utica. Police say that the woman accidentally hit the gas pedal as she was leaving the Bank of Utica drive-thru when she crashed into the glass panels near the front of the hotel at Utica Center near the parking garage. This all happened right around noon today. The woman was taken to a local hospital for minor facial injuries. The state DOT removed trees that line the median of Oriskany Street in Utica, and by the fall of 2020, it's going to look a lot more like this right here. Less lanes of traffic, safer for drivers and pedestrians trying to get from downtown to the Bag Square West area. News Channel 2's Jeanne Caldwell was at a public forum tonight where the DOT outlined where they are in the construction process. Jeanne.
Yeah, Don, so right now DOT have already taken down trees to make room for the new road, and they say they've also been working with Verizon and the National Grid to reorganize their infrastructure. Tonight, reps with the Department of Transportation held a community forum where they gave an overview of the project. DOT staff went over changes being made to the road, such as adding bike lanes and a roundabout.
We've had over 30 different meetings with various members of the public, various stakeholder groups, with the city of Utica and different community groups all across the city. And we held 3 different public information meetings as well at different stages of the project development, and we did receive a lot of input, and it certainly shaped the project that is under construction now.
Now these pictures show how they plan for Route 5S to look once the project is complete, and they hope to have this aspect of the project complete by this summer so that they can delve into the next phase of the project. Reporting in Utica, Jeanne Caldwell, News Channel 2.
All right, Jeanne, thank you. And to the big announcement for Griffith International Airport today, more than $7 million heading to the runway for improvements there. The $7.5 million funding was granted through the U.S. Department of Transportation and the FAA. Griffiths will use that funding to make key infrastructure improvements, we're told, including the reconstruction of a runway. For more information on the grant in detail, you can read up on it at WKTV.com.